Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Asian Doll got into a messy feud with the City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion, and it all started because of Megan Thee Stallion's song, Do It On The Tip. And I'm gonna break down this whole story, but before I get into it, I first wanna give a shout out to an artist by the name of Mooney Long. Mooney Long, I believe, used to go by the name of Priscilla Renee, but she changed her name to rebrand herself because she has been writing for a lot of artists behind the scenes, but now it's her time to shine. She's a talented singer and a songwriter. She actually has an EP out called Black Like This, and she released a new song called Build a Bay featuring Young Blue, and I love that song. I actually love her music, so if you get a chance, please check out her work. Now let's get into this whole mess between JT, Asian Doll, and Megan. Megan Thee Stallion has a song on her album called Do It On The Tip, which features the City Girls. Apparently, Asian Doll was supposed to be featured on this song. However, she was taken off. And Asian Doll actually talked a little bit about it while she was on Instagram Live.
Oh yeah, the other song, I was supposed to do that song. I don't know what happened. But I'll play it for y'all because it ain't this. I think I had did this before anybody had got the song, but.
So Asian Doll started playing her verse that was left off of Do It On The Tip, and I actually liked her verse. I think her verse was definitely stronger than the City Girls, if we're gonna be honest, but for whatever reason, her verse was left off of the song. And I personally think it's politics. It's nothing but politics. I think Megan intended for Asian Doll to be featured on the song. However, the City Girls have a bigger name, and it would draw in more streams if Megan did a song with the City Girls instead of Asian Doll. But here's where things get tricky. Megan and Asian Doll are actually friends in real life. I'm pretty sure Megan is aware that Asian Doll has been struggling a little bit in this industry. She parted ways with Gucci Mane, and since then, she's been independent. So I'm pretty sure Megan knows that it would have been a huge deal for Asian Doll if she got that feature, because Megan is one of the hottest rappers out right now. So she would have greatly benefited from that feature. But the question is, would Megan have benefited in the same way if she featured Asian over the City Girls? That's the question. How can Megan tell her good friend Asian Doll that she's just not a big enough name to be featured on her album? How can she tell her that? She wouldn't tell her that, right? So instead of telling her that, she quietly removed her from the song. At least that's what we're being led to believe. But someone from Megan's team actually said that Asian was meant to be on the remix instead of the original. And I'm gonna actually get into that later on. But when people found out that Asian Doll was taken off of the song Do It On The Tip, they had a lot of questions about it, and they wondered if Asian had an issue with Megan because of it. However, Asian reassured everybody that she was still friends with Megan. The Neighborhood Talk actually got the screenshots of what Asian said on Twitter. She said, "Me and Megan still friends. I don't give a F about no song I did in my sleep." But somebody replied to her and said, "F that. If my so-called friend removed me off her song, I'd be mad." Asian responded to that and said, "I was, but I'm a Sagittarius. We get mad, then 10 minutes later, we don't give a F about none of that." And for those who don't know, Asian was referencing her song None of That, and I think that song is a hit in itself, but that's besides the point. Anyway, Asian admitted that she was upset that she was left off the song. However, she didn't want people to think that she had an issue with Megan. Now, do I think Asian Doll was being messy for playing her unreleased verse? Not really, because if you watch her live, she was playing a lot of her songs. And sometimes artists do that. They do actually play some of their unreleased songs. I think Asian Doll decided to play the verse for her fans to hear, but she didn't have any ill intention behind it. And honestly, this situation should have never blown up the way that it did. However, JT decided to indirectly address Asian Doll And this is where things got very messy. And shout out to the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram for catching all the screenshots. JT said this: a real friend is something you bees really don't know nothing about. I've been doing good, but I'ma start laying y'all attention-seeking girls out, and I'm coming with facts. Sympathetic girls are really starting to grind my gears for real. Like, if you know it's gonna draw attention and cause commotion, why speak on it? Mind you lying, but go off. Now, I have a problem with JT inserting herself into situations that don't always involve her. I don't understand why she felt the need to throw subs at Asian Doll. I don't know what it is that makes her become so defensive, especially when it comes to Megan. She actually did the same thing when Megan and her former stylist EJ got into it at Cardi B's birthday party. Megan and EJ had their own issue, and JT decided to run through and attack EJ on Megan's behalf, even though the situation had nothing to do with her. And now she's doing the same thing to Asian Doll, and it wasn't even that big of a deal for her to be doing the most like that. But JT started some mess that ended up getting out of control, and she was throwing all types of subs at Asian Doll. Asian responded and said, if JT ain't say my name, then she wasn't talking to me. Stop being messy, cause what I said was between me and Megan. This whole song is getting out of hand. My intentions wasn't bad when I played it. I don't want to be on the deluxe. I don't want to put it out. I played it because it's never coming out. I don't need to be a pick-me-bee, because at the end of the day, I'm having my way with this stuff. I'm independent. I own my masters and everything that got Asian Doll on it. I was true friends with girls, never even talked to them about music. I was called and asked to do the song. Some told me don't do it anyway, so I didn't. Weeks later, I was reminded to do it, so I did it. So basically, Asian was saying that she wasn't even looking to do the song. She wasn't even looking for a feature from Megan because she was content with being Megan's friend. She wasn't trying to come up off of her. So she wasn't asking her for music, but Megan sent her the song. And she reminded her to do the song, so she did it. And she did it thinking that her verse was going to be on the original track, but it wasn't. So maybe that's why Asian felt a way about it. Now, some people started pointing fingers at Megan's producer, Juju Made the Beat. And Juju replied and said, I made the beat for Megan. Megan sent that beat to her anticipating a remix. I don't even have contact with Asian Doll to even send her beats. And why would I send a beat to Asian, then send the same one to Megan? After he said this, the Neighborhood Talk posted a throwback video of Asian Doll and Juju in the studio together. So apparently he knows who Asian Doll is, and some people felt like he was lying to protect Megan. However, Lil Ju went on Instagram Live and cleared up his name.
They posted this video of me and Asian Doll in the studio. Literally, Sony flew me to Atlanta last year in like October. And I got in the studio with Asian Doll. And that was the one time ever that I talked to Asian Doll last year. We started working on Good News this year. I have not been in contact with Asian Doll since fucking last year.
Look how stressed out this man was looking. I'm telling you, Twitter was on fire last night and they were lighting this man up. I'm telling you. Now, Megan, for the most part, was silent. She didn't say anything while all of this was happening, but she definitely was watching. After JT threw subs at Asian Doll, JT hopped on Instagram Live, and Megan was in her comments giving her the heart eyes.
Megan!
It's trap season, bro.
So people kind of assumed that maybe Megan was taking JT's side, and Asian Doll peeped it, and she felt a way about it because she and Megan were friends. Asian tweeted this: a lot of stuff I don't even deserve because God knows my intentions, but these girls don't make it no better. How you don't defend a girl that runs to defend you? And she put some laughing crying emojis. Now, this clearly was directed towards Megan. Asian Doll has defended Megan on several occasions, and she was one of the main ones defending her when she got shot by Tory Lanez.
Y'all gonna shoot a bitch who already lost both of their parents. Y'all gonna shoot a bitch with a genuine heart, who's not malicious, none of that. Then y'all trying to tell me to stop, delete my tweets because I'm defending my friend.
So Asian Doll has always been riding for Megan. Even when Megan was getting backlash, she was always there to defend her. But Megan wasn't really defending her in the situation against JT. I think Megan could have easily put everything to rest by putting out a tweet on Twitter saying, y'all need to chill, don't come for my friend Asian, she and I are good. Regardless of what was going on between them personally, she could have said something sooner. And I'm not putting the full blame on her because JT and Asian Doll are grown women who made the choice to go back and forth with each other on Twitter. Nobody told them to do that. But I do think it would have been effective if Megan at least said something. And I think her silence offended Asian. But in the comment section under the Neighborhood Talks post, Megan's former hairstylist Jonathan said, B, I got your back. That's all that matters. Now, Megan indirectly responded to Jonathan by posting a picture on her IG story with her hairstylist, Kalan. So it's clear that Megan was watching everything very closely and she was making subtle responses.
Y'all don't know me. And why would I get online trying to defend myself constantly to a bunch of motherfuckers who don't know me? And to a bunch of motherfuckers who don't want to hear what I gotta say anyway. What I'm gonna do, get on here and start crying so y'all can just be like, I bitch, we don't believe you anyway, ho, fuck you. Girl, fuck y'all.
So in that video, Megan said that she didn't feel the need to say anything to defend herself, not Asian Doll, but herself, because she felt like people wouldn't believe her anyway. And I understand that, but I do think things would have went a lot smoother if Megan at least tried to de-escalate the situation. The following day, Asian Doll went back on Twitter and she was talking with some of her fans and she made this post, glad I've been pretty my whole life. Now, some people thought that Asian Doll was throwing shade at JT when she said this. JT thought that she was throwing subs at her over her mugshot picture. Now, a lot of people tend to bring up JT's mugshot as a way to shame her for her looks, and they were comparing her mugshot to Asian Doll's mugshot. And I thought that was kind of petty because both JT and Asian Doll are beautiful women. JT had her glow up moment like a lot of people in Hollywood do. She's not the only one who's gotten work done, so I don't think she should be shamed for it. But people tend to do that, and JT kind of felt away when Asian Doll tweeted about being pretty her whole life. JT responded directly to Asian and said, get a pretty hit record. Bowie got the right one. Like Asian, let it go. You got on the internet weekly looking for drama to get posted on blogs. You've been salty for a while. Asian Doll said, I'll never be salty. B, I make tweets and they get posted on national TV. You girls selling your soul for this. Go to hell. JT tweeted this, City Girls came in and put all the dolls to rest. Let's talk about it. 2016, Big Moon boots wearing irrelevant girl better find a toy. Asian Doll said, B, you remember my outfits from 2016? Yeah, you been a fan and you still ugly and salty. You can't even get one of these rappers to cuff your dog looking self. That's why you mad. JT said, looks ain't get you nowhere but drop from every record label. Must got dropped on your head to think you could F with me. That B, so desperate, getting took off songs for the longest, hollering gangbanger, better go head on. Asian Doll said, B, you been singing my song since I've been dropping. Only song I got took off of was Megan and Ferg's song, cause I be washing you girls. Literally washing you girls. Now, I do want to talk about this tweet a little bit because the beef between Asian Doll and the City Girls goes beyond just this song with Megan. Now, back in 2019, both of them were supposed to be on A$AP Ferg's song Wigs. However, the collaboration didn't go as planned because of politics. The City Girls actually had an issue with Asian Doll when she posted tweets about writing her own music. They thought that she was throwing shade at them because the City Girls had Lil Yachty write their hit song Act Up. I think JT was the only one who wrote her verse. So they thought that she was taking shots at them. And Coach K, who is their label owner, was like, nah, Asian Doll can't be on a song with them because they have issues with her. So the collaboration didn't happen. Asian Doll was taken off of the version with the City Girls and she was only placed on the version with A$AP Ferg. So that's how that happened. And I think that situation kind of spilled over into this new situation where Asian Doll once again was taken off of her song with Megan because of the City Girls. So that definitely explains where this tension is really coming from. But JT and Asian Doll continue to go back and forth with each other. They were tweeting so much that I couldn't keep up. Asian Doll took more shots at her saying, "You almost 30 chasing Uzi around, B, go to hell." And Young Miami did step up on JT's behalf and said, "B's been salty since Act Up. Only thing a B can ever throw at JT is Uzi. Uzi literally be in JT's cat like a tampon. She ain't gotta chase nothing." The whole thing got so messy that Asian Doll was tweeting that she wanted to fight them. She said, "I actually want to fight. Yeah, I'm gang, however you want to call it. Remember, I'm the only rap B that could actually beat the F out of you rap Bs." So while these girls were going back and forth with each other, Megan finally decided to step up and say this: "If I got on this app trying to defend myself every time someone makes up stuff about me or clapping back at random MFs, I don't know, I'd be miserable all day, every day. I hate that all of this is getting so blown out of proportion. It was never as deep as the comments made it seem." Someone said, "All you had to do was dead it when it started. You should have said something. Nah, we still cool." Megan said, "We got each other's number in real life. I don't have to say nothing to nobody on an app." Then they responded, "You speaking, but you didn't defend sis when sis was defending you." And Megan said, "When Asian got into her accident, I hopped right on a plane to come see her when she would go through stuff. I'm on her line. I don't like putting my personal life on the internet because it's personal to me. I never even saw people attacking her." Really, Megan? Asian said, "We was real friends. F-rap, you should have said something yesterday, cleared up stuff, but no, you let that girl get in your ear and you don't even know that girl." Megan said, "Asian, you know me better than that. You know I don't even like all this internet stuff. You blow stuff out of proportion because you are an effing hothead. You played the song on live. That was that. What do I need to clear up? This is dumb." So Megan basically doesn't feel the need to be held accountable for what's going on, and obviously she can't control what two grown people are tweeting on the internet. JT didn't have to take shots at Asian Doll in the first place, and Asian Doll didn't have to respond back to JT either. I do think both of them are grown enough to know that they don't always have to post everything on Twitter. They're grown enough to control themselves, but they didn't control themselves in this situation. And do I think Megan is the full blame for that? No. But I still think Megan should have de-escalated the situation sooner. She sat back and watched Asian Doll get all this heat and she didn't say anything. And I thought that was odd because that's her friend. And technically Asian Doll didn't do anything. All she did was play her unreleased track on Instagram Live. And when people were trying to stir up beef between her and Megan, she immediately deaded it and said there was no issue. But then you have JT out of the blue taking shots at her. And instead of Megan saying something about it, she was putting heart eyes under JT's Instagram Live video after JT threw shots at Asian Doll. So Asian Doll thought that Megan was siding with JT when she did that. The Neighborhood Talk posted a tweet of her saying, "Bees ain't addressed me. I addressed them in text messages. If it was up to you, Bees, y'all would be smiling in my face and sneak dissing me behind my back." Instead of saying something, you hop on her live like hard eyes, "But I was your shoulder to cry on, huh? I had your back when the world didn't, huh? I went up against my dude for our friendship, huh? Bet." So Asian Doll is clearly hurt because she feels like Megan is not defending her the way that she would defend her. And this is like deja vu, literally. This is the same thing that happened with Megan and her former best friend, Kelsey. Megan wouldn't defend her friend Kelsey when people were blaming her for shooting her. And when Kelsey would try to reach out to her, Megan wouldn't answer. So it seems like this is a pattern for Megan. Megan has a lot of people who are loyal to her and will defend her at all costs, but she won't do the same for them because she's more focused on herself and her brand. And it is what it is. And Asian Doll is now realizing this.
And then everybody just right now too, they just seeing everything that's coming into light. Everything, this shit been going on. Everything just coming into light. You see what I'm saying, gang? I did. It is what it is now. But at first, I ain't want no drama. I ain't want no nothing. when I tweeted that me and Megan still cool, I don't give a about the song and shit like that. I wasn't even really cool with me. I wasn't even really talking to Megan like that. But I just seen everybody on the internet just keep saying Asian verse was this, Asian verse was that. I'm saying this shit just like everybody else saying this shit, just like she's saying this shit. And I said that to defend her. You see what I'm saying? But when this hoe get on the internet, get to talking crazy and act like she wasn't talking about me, you see what I'm saying? You see how this shit is? None of this shit would have went on if Megan should have just, hey, you tweaking, you need to chill. Like, she should have told her, you need to chill out. What you talking about? Like, you doing too much. That's it. It's a one-sided friendship when it comes to the internet. You see what I'm saying? That's it. But behind closed doors, it was that. But when it comes to the internet, when it comes to the public, when it comes to the music industry and all this lame shit, it's a one-sided friendship and it's cool. Because motherfuckers been saying it, but I learn on my own. Can't nobody tell me nothing. But it's cool. It's cool.
So Asian Doll actually revealed that she wasn't in a good place with Megan when she made that tweet about them still being cool. But she only said that because she didn't want people to come for Megan. However, when people started coming for her, Megan didn't say anything. And Asian Doll has been through enough already. She's been getting dragged during the roughest time of her life. She lost the love of her life just recently, and she's been grieving over that, but people would drag her and call her a clout chaser. And now you have JT trying to pick a fight with her for no reason at all. And Megan could have said something to calm the situation down because she saw what was happening clearly, but she didn't do anything. So Asian had to come to terms with the fact that her friendship with Megan was one-sided. She knows that Megan is an industry girl, and she lines herself up with who's hot. So she's not going to go against somebody like JT to defend Asian Doll because JT is a bigger name than Asian Doll. And she actually has a business relationship with JT and the City Girls. So it is a conflict of interest for her. So she stayed quiet knowing that Asian Doll was getting dragged. And Asian was like, you know what? This friendship is done. Now JT and Asian Doll continued going back and forth on Twitter. Asian Doll tweeted this: "One thing about me, I'll never F my CEO." And someone said, JT F'd P? Wow. And JT said, no, never. Pull facts and proof right now. Y'all be mad at the genuine relationships P has with all his artists. Wow. Find somebody to love you. Asian Doll said, QC has been trying to blackball me. That's why I left Gucci. Let's talk about it. Bees don't even write and sign 360s. Let's talk about it. JT responded under the Neighborhood Talks post and said, she lying. It's getting sad. P even was letting her get on the record at QC. This is a sad situation, and it's all because she feels her career is not where it needs to be. Hopefully this gets her somewhere because she's always in the blogs for being mad or BS. Asian clapped back and said, my career is right where I want it to be, B. Is you dumb? I'm independent by choice. You girls selling your souls for this stuff. I'm a real B. Before and after rap, I get genuine love. I don't need this stuff. You do. You're 28, bro, and you just found convenience. Literally, sit down or fight. After going back and forth on Twitter, both Asian Doll and JT went on Instagram Live, and I'm going to actually play some of what they said.
She keep writing on here about fighting and all of that. I'm outside every day. I DM this girl. This girl still running to her timeline with that bullshit. I gave her my phone number. That's how I know it be about internet shit. You waking up in the morning, you trying to prove, oh, I've been pretty. Okay. And I'm pretty too. Y'all bitches always be trying. First of all, y'all keep bringing up the mugshots. That was 10 years ago. Bitch skin done got exfoliated. Bitches done glowed up. Bitches done got their teeth done. It's a whole nother. That shit don't even. Everybody pretty. Bitch, I don't know an ugly bitch in 2020. It's not about me. It ain't about nobody else. It's deeper than rap. Y'all bitches mad because y'all feel like me and Carisha not deserving. If me and Carisha wasn't on Do It On The Tip, she wouldn't even jumped ass on the internet trying to prove that she's a super rapper. That's all y'all try to do. Oh, y'all try to prove that y'all super rappers. I don't give a f***. I do that shit in my sleep. I'm a super rapper for real. And then you don't never see me on here trying to motherfucking prove that I'm a super rapper. A feature killed this catalog. We carried into 2021. Let's talk about bookings and festivals. Something y'all bitches ain't got. No, I'm letting y'all bitches know. Stop trying to run off with that motherfucking narrative. Somebody getting fucked by somebody. Cause I I ain't getting fucked by nobody and still working. Y'all have been quit rapping. If I was fucking my boss, y'all wouldn't drop another song. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all just be mad because y'all ain't popping. Let's talk about it. But as soon as that girl drops some shit, bitch, it's crickets. Nobody supporting it. No, the clubs ain't playing it. The radio ain't playing it. It ain't getting played nowhere. But y'all jumping y'all ass on the internet fake defending this girl. Y'all don't give a fuck about that girl. Y'all like drama. Y'all want entertainment.
Ain't nobody finna bully me. Ain't no finna get to talking crazy to me. Then nobody, like, I don't even got the type of mindset to where if a hot a song doing whatever, I'm gonna be sitting back mad. What are you talking about? Money can be long all they want. My money long too, and I'ma still whoop a hoe. Any hoe play with me gonna get beat. Talking about been rap, yeah, and I been there, and you just been listening to me. You just been singing my shit. What are you talking about? Always trying to hide they hand when they do some food bogus, some fake. Just want to hide their hand, act like you hang. Girl, I've been pretty. I ain't just get confidence. Hoes just get confidence at the age of 28. Gang, I've been pretty my whole life. You talking about bitches been hating since Act Up. Gang, Yachty wrote Act Up. A nigga wrote y'all song, y'all hit. What are you talking about? Humble yourself. You digging your own grave. You hoes ain't finna punk me. That's what this whole thing come down to it. I played my verse on live. So what, bitch? So what? As long as I got fingers, I'ma press play. Me and Megan was real friends. We was cool. See what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to do with that. You shouldn't even spoke. You ain't got shit to do with what me and Megan had going on. You ran your mouth. Ain't nobody finna punk me. Ain't nobody finna get on the internet and make it somebody they just so gangster and something gonna happen to me. And that's how get beat up by talking. What are you talking about? You started this. I'm just always finishing shit. And that's, you know... Gang, you the same that was singing word for word back then. That before I even knew the a song of y'all. What you talking about? We was cool. That's what's so crazy, gang. Me and JT was cool. Like real cool on the phone talking every day.
Asian Doll has to realize that there's no real love in the industry. No real love. Now, when Young Miami heard this live, she did address Asian Doll and said, I guess I gotta talk loud and rap hard for a B to think I can fight. Asian Doll said, nah, you have to fight a B for me to think you can fight. Young Miami said, who finna do what to who? Asian said, what's what? I'm trying to see, cause nobody's doing nothing to me. Miami said, I ain't meeting up with no B, but just know it's on site, per. Asian said, it's COVID, B. Meet up, slide. And Young Miami said, okay, where we meeting? Let's go, F it. I'm in Miami too. We can meet in Midtown. Y'all see me play fight all day with my friends. B, who's scared? I'll fold me a girl. It's Young 305 ready to knock some B out her slides. One thing you can say about Young Miami is this. She's always gonna ride for JT no matter what. And it's unfortunate for her because she got dragged into this mess. She was just minding her business, but JT always wants to start some stuff. So Young Miami has to go behind her and defend her every single time. It's exhausting, but Young Miami is a real friend. So I don't blame her for wanting to fight on JT's behalf. It is what it is. I just think this whole situation was completely unnecessary. And honestly, it would have never escalated if JT didn't say something. JT is going to get the city girls in trouble a lot because she can't control her mouth. I like JT and all, but she got to chill because Asian Doll didn't do anything to her. Nothing. I'm telling you, this story is just crazy. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.